Oh my gosh, we told you this could happen. We saw it coming, didn't we? Oh my gosh, we saw it coming. Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Megan, I'm a writer and a writing coach, and we're going to talk about lyrics by the one, the only Lady Gaga. I don't know which Lady Gaga songs to choose for this because I love so many of them. So I'm going to ask the interwebs, hey Siri, which of Lady Gaga's songs are considered her best written songs? The Guardian ranked them. This is a list of 30. Let's go down to the bottom where it says number 1. Bad Romance is number 1? Oh yes, I love that song. Okay, ready, set, go. Takes me back. Iconic. Right, we're looking at the lyrics. Okay, I can't forget. So, a couple things I'm thinking of. First of all, this intro is interesting. It's very like gritty and like, you know? You know what I'm saying? And then it's Gaga, ooh la la, which I understand that Gaga is her name, but it's also like Gaga is kind of, it's like a baby word. And it's not a very pretty word, Gaga. It's like back of the throat. So you connect that with ooh la la, which is very like beautiful sounding. It's interesting to put that together, Gaga, ooh la la. And then she says, I want your bad romance, which again, bad romance, you have that. Romance is often thought of as like beautiful and wonderful and a good thing, but bad makes us go, now what? What's going on here? I have a video where I talk about how if you want to add interesting qualities to your writing, you put contradictions in there. So you take something that people already know about, or you take a character that people are gonna think they understand, and then you give them an interesting quality that sort of turns it on its head. I use the example of Frankenstein's monster a lot because it's like you think you know that the monster is horrible and evil. You go into that book thinking you know what it's all about. Then you realize he's not really like that, and you realize the deeper parts of it. So anyway, want your bad romance. Okay. I want your ugly, I want your disease. All right. Ew, but okay. I don't want your disease. I mean, your ugly's all right, you know, but your disease? I want your everything as long as it's free. I want your love. All right, so I want your ugly, I want your disease, I want your everything as long as it's free, I want your love. So again, just giving us things that we wouldn't maybe necessarily attribute to love. Like I want your ugly, I want your disease. But really when you truly love someone, you're more accepting and more open to all of that. So she says, I want your everything as long as it's free. So that gives me a sense that maybe she's had experiences in the past where love hasn't been free, or getting things from somebody she loves hasn't been free. It's come at a cost. So she wants your love. So all right. Love, 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 I want your love. I want your drama, the touch of your hair. I want your leather studded kiss in the sand. Just love the rhythm of that. I want your drama, the touch of your hand. I want your leather studded kiss in the sand. It's a really nice rhythm to that. She's also doing something that Billie Eilish did in What Was I Made For? But she's doing it a lot more here, is using anaphora, which is a poetic device that basically refers to starting consecutive lines with the same phrase or word. So I want your ugly, I want your disease, I want your everything, I want your love, I want your drama. She's repeating that same phrase over and over, and that's technically anaphora. So that's fun. And I guess the other thing we can think about with that is she's creating this really long list. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Like we're getting the sense that she not to state the obvious, but she really wants this person, but she wants all aspects of them. They're ugly, they're disease. Here she says, I want your drama. You gotta really love someone if you are okay with their drama. I want the touch of your hand. Now we're getting something a little bit softer. I want your leather studded kiss in the sand. Oh my. Okay. But again, touch of your hand, kiss, it's getting more into that softer, appealing side of romance versus the bad side of romance, because remember, this is bad romance. One other thing I will say, leather-studded kiss in the sand is the first really specific detail we've gotten. Everything else has been very general, is the only thing that's really giving us a mental picture of what or who she's talking about. And the other thing I'll say is leather-studded feels very like, again, like that rah, that tough biker vibe, but it's a kiss in the sand, which is, you're walking along the beach with him and, you know, whatever. So I like that that's coming into play here too, that juxtaposition of bad, the, you know, gritty, and then the romance. I see what you're doing, girl. I see what you're doing. Okay. This song is so fun. You know that I want you, and you know that I need you. That's right. I love this song. Okay, right. I have to remember that I'm reacting to the writing. Okay, love, love, love. I want your love, 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 love. I want your love. Are we putting it together that she really wants this person's love? Saying that she wants their love, though, makes me wonder, does this person not love her back? They're kissing in the sand, but she's saying, I want your love, which is interesting because if you're with someone already, you'd have their love. So would you say that you wanted it that many times? I don't know. Anyway, then she says, you know that I want you, and you know that I need you. I want it bad, your bad romance. I like how she uses that. I want it bad, your bad romance. That's fun repetition there. So this character that she's in love with knows that how she feels. I mean, how could you not know when she's repeated this whole list of everything that she wants? And then you know that I need you. So that takes it a step further. It's not just a want, it's a need. I need you. I want it bad, your bad romance. So again, there's this sense that's coming to my mind of there's distance here. This person, like she's kind of has to plead with this person to like get the reciprocated love. And maybe that ties into the line of I want your everything as long as it's free. Like right now it doesn't seem free because it's not being given back to her. I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. So again, she's entreating this person. You and me could write a bad romance, like let's do this. So that tells me that they're not together yet, but there's something exciting and dangerous about this, and she's just like, I'm about that. I want your love and I want your revenge. I've honestly never understood that line, I want your revenge. Let me just noodle on that for a minute. Whenever you reach a part in anything written that you're trying to analyze and you're like, I have no idea what that means, it always helps to just look at the words, what words are being used, and then what do they mean? So let's see if we can do that here. Putting myself on the spot. I want your revenge. Revenge is getting back at somebody for doing something harmful to you. It could also be doing something to someone else who has harmed somebody you care about, but I want your love. I want your revenge. So what comes to mind for me in thinking about that is somebody cares about you to the point where they love you, then you give them the power to hurt you as well, right? So I want your love. I want your revenge, meaning if I hurt you, I want you to really hurt. Like I want you to want to get back at me. I want you to seek revenge, you know? Because in some way that would really show how much you care. What do y'all think about that? Am I way off? That just sounds real toxic. But I mean, it's called bad romance, so maybe that's the point. Anyway, okay, let's listen again. So there she goes, I want your love and all your lovers' revenge. Oh, okay, hold on now. Hold on. So this is written LOVER''S. Let's do a little writing lesson. If it's apostrophe S, it means it belongs to that thing. So if it's lovers with apostrophe S, that means it belongs to that lover. If it's lovers S apostrophe, it means it belongs to multiple lovers. So if she was saying, I want all your lovers S apostrophe revenge, it would mean that she wants all the revenge of his former lovers or current lovers. But here it's written LOVER''S. So that either means she's referring to him, she wants his lover's revenge, the revenge he would have as a lover, or it means he has another lover and she wants the revenge of that person. This just got complicated. This is tumultuous. All right. I think too, it could also speak to that idea that I said earlier about she wants him to care so much that he would seek revenge. But I don't know, this is weird to me. Anyway, all right. They could write a bad romance, so this is sounding like it's turning out to be a bad romance. All right. Oh, then we get back to the ers. Here they come. Bridge time. Oh wait, no, this isn't the bridge. My bad. Okay, interesting. I want your horror. I want your design. Because you're a criminal as long as you're mine. I want your love. Man, girl, be really making me use my noodle right now. I want your horror. Okay. Maybe she's talking about Frankenstein's monster. I want your design. That's interesting. I want your design? What? Because you're a criminal. Because you're a criminal as long as you're mine. Okay, well, let's take that apart. You're a criminal as long as you're mine. So being mine is something illegal. It makes you a criminal to be mine. So that means you're doing something wrong. Again, it's a bad romance. And that makes me think that maybe he does have another lover. And so if he goes with her, then he's a criminal? Oh, mercy. She wants his horror. Okay. I want your design. I mean, design is like a pattern for something, a way something is built. She keeps saying, I want your ugly, I want your disease, I want your horror. This person's leather studded. So there's all of this just evoking this kind of bad, grungy image. And so that's kind of how this person is designed, it seems like. I want your design. Like, I'm not built that way, so I want that. So she's just full on leaning into this situation. Okay. Forgot about that line. Okay, it's really escalating. We went from ugly to disease to horror to psycho. I am concerned about her. So I want your psycho, your vertigo shtick. Wow, that's not what I thought that said. Your vertigo shtick. Okay. I want you in my rear window, baby, you're sick. I want your love. Oh, Lordy. If y'all know what this means, chime in. So vertigo is a condition where, I don't know a lot about it, but you get really dizzy and you feel like the room is spinning. Shtick is like a term that means, that's your shtick, that's your joke, that's your go-to thing. So your vertigo shtick, I think it would mean that this person makes people dizzy. Being with this person is like spinning around to the point of dizziness and possibly illness. And I think the word psycho also feels out of control. And so that kind of fits together, I think. I want your psycho, your vertigo shtick. I want you to just make me lose control. Get me crazy. I want you in my rear window, baby, you're sick. Y'all, I don't even know anymore. Want you in my rear window? So she's in a car, I'm guessing. Well, this is how I picture it. I picture her in a car and she's looking in the rear view mirror, obviously. And is he behind the car? I'm trying to picture that in my brain. So maybe, is this a transitional moment where she's driving away from him? She's like, I want all of this, but then I kind of want you out. Like, I want you in my rear window because you're sick. Is that sick as in that's sick? Or is it sick as in you're sick? I don't know. Up for interpretation? Okay, what do you think? Tell me in the comments. She still wants his love, so here's the bridge. Or is this the chorus? Where's the bridge? Okay, so she just repeats, that's the same thing we've already heard. Does this not have a... Oh, this is the bridge. Walk, fashion, baby, work it, move that bit crazy. Walk, fashion, baby, work it, move that bit crazy. Walk, fashion, baby, work it, move that bit crazy. Walk, fashion, baby, work it, I'm a free bit, baby. What on earth? I'm trying to figure out how this connects to the rest of the song. I've never thought of this before. I've listened to this song a million times and I've never thought about how disjointed this feels from the rest of it. Walk, fashion, baby, work it, move that crazy. Walk, fashion, baby, work it. Walk, passion, baby. So once again, friends, when we're like, what the heck does that mean? We stop and we look at the words and then we think, okay, well, what does the word mean? So walk, fashion, baby, that's giving me Models on the Runway vibes. It even sounds like a strut, like walk, fashion, baby. Like you could walk down the runway to that. Work it. It's just like, it's like an empowering, I don't know how to describe it. It's like when you're trying to pump up your friends, you're like, work it, girl. Walk. Ooh, fashion. Ooh, yes. Ooh, you're working it. I don't know. And then it goes from fashion to passion. Y'all, I'm at a loss. But what we know so far about the story of this song is that she really wants and really needs this love from this person who is honestly sounds like a really bad idea. But this section then makes me think she's sort of pumping him up a little bit and feeding his ego. Or maybe she's giving herself a pep talk of like, you got this. You can do this. Like, you can seduce him. Work it. I don't know. She says, work it, I'm a free baby. So it's kind of like she's talking to herself. So is she pumping up herself in this? I don't know. So all right, well, let's press on. I want your love, I don't want to be friends. That could imply that they're friends right now. Again, we kind of know that they're not together. Maybe he's with someone else, but she doesn't want to be there, right? We know what she wants. She's listed it all. So now, this is more musical than writing, but her voice is going up. She's more of like belting, I don't want to be friends, want your bad romance. It's getting more intense now. I can't condone this. This is a terrible idea. All right, I'll stop it there. That song is still so good. That was a little brain teaser, wasn't it? I don't know what to think about that. But I do not support her decision to pursue that relationship. That's all I'm going to say. That's fraught with disaster. All right, let's switch gears. Oh, I wanted to do A Million Reasons. So she wrote this with a few other people in 2016 for her Joanne album. Let's see what we got going on. Pretty opening. You're giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. Is she writing this about that guy from Bad Romance? You're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. If I had a highway, I would run for the hills. If you... Interesting. Okay, let's talk about this beginning. You're giving me, so she's doing the anaphora again. You're giving me a million reasons. You're giving me a million reasons. You're giving me a million reasons. And then give me a million, giving me a million. There's that repetition of the first part of that phrase there. Would that be a theme in her songs? I don't know. We'll have to look at more of her songs and see if that's something she does in a lot of them. You're giving me a million reasons to let you go. It's also hyperbole. You're giving me a million reasons. It's exaggeration. Is this person really giving her a million reasons? No, she's using exaggeration to make a point, and that's hyperbole. A million reasons to quit the show. So quit the show is obviously figurative language, figurative way of saying that she's on her way out of this relationship. Quitting the show makes it sound like it's kind of a performance. Maybe she's got to put something extra into this that isn't authentic. And you're giving me a million reasons, million reasons, million reasons. Okay. If I had a highway, I would run for the hills. That's an interesting line to me. If I had a highway, I would run for the hills. If you had a highway, you would run for the hills. So, because if you have a highway, wouldn't you drive far away and like running for the hills would be slower than driving down the highway if you're trying to get away from someone. So if I had a highway, I'm assuming the highway means if I had a highway away from you, I would run for the hills. That's interesting. If you could find a dry way, I'd forever be still. If you could find a dry way, I'd forever be still. Maybe she doesn't want to move quickly away from him. Running for the hills, that's a common idiom that means you're like, I'm running for the hills, I'm heading for the hills, like I'm out of here, and there's a speed to it. But if you had a highway, you'd run for the hills. Makes me think it's away from the highway. So anyway, I'm not going to get too fixated on that, but it's interesting just to know, like, is she in a rush to get away from him? Is she not? There's a bit of a tension because he's given her a million reasons to say goodbye. And if she had a highway, she'd run. So maybe she just doesn't have the highway. If you could find a dry way, I'd forever be still. Okay, that makes me think maybe he has an alcohol problem, a drinking problem. If you could find a dry way, it could be referring to another path, highway, run for the hills, dry way. I'd forever be still. So if she had a highway, she would run for the hills. If this person could find a dry way, she'd forever be still. So there we get a sense of she doesn't want to leave. If this person could just do this one thing, she wouldn't have to run for the hills. That just got sad. All right. But you're giving me a million reasons. But you're giving me a million reasons. So I'd forever be still, but you're giving me a million reasons, which means I can't be forever still. A million reasons, giving me a million reasons, about a million Sing it, girl.
Pray, I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather.
Good grief. Love that. I bow down to pray. I try to make the worst seem better. So the sense I get from that is usually when people turn to God, they're starting to pray about something, it's really dire, and they're desperate for something to come out of the sky and help them. So she bows down to pray. She is lowering herself. She's beaten down. All she can do is pray. I try to make the worst seem better. So it's an attempt on her part to improve the situation. And the way she says make the worst, that's again how you know that she's desperate here. It's rock bottom. Lord, show me the way to cut through all his worn out leather. That's interesting. This is the guy from Bad Romance. He was leather studded in the sand, and now his leather is worn out. Oh my gosh, we told you this could happen. We saw it coming, didn't we? Oh my gosh, we saw it coming. Okay. So again, she's saying, Lord, show me the way. Like, I need some divine intervention to know. And she doesn't say, so that I can know how to leave him. She says, so I can cut through all his worn out leather. So I don't know, worn out leather, it could be a reference to the type of person she's with, you know, that biker guy from Bad Romance. I'm just saying. But leather is also pretty tough. Worn out leather is soft, though. Typically. So cut through all his worn out leather. It seems like that would be kind of easy to do, but she just doesn't know how to do it. Worn out leather also kind of implies that he's been wearing this same thing for a long time and it's worn out. So maybe that's why it's hard to cut through. Anyway, I like that line a lot. That's cool.
I've got 100 million.
Uh-oh, the hyperbole expands. I've got 100 million reasons now.
I've got 100 million reasons to walk away. But baby, I just need one good one to stay.
So I've got 100 million reasons to walk away, but baby, I just need one good one to stay. Oh, it is so that guy from Bad Romance. Because she's like, I want your ugly, I want your disease, I want it all. It's fine. I just want you. And she still feels that way. She's like, I've got so many reasons to walk away. She listed them all in the other song, but she just wants one good reason to stay because she just deeply loves this person. Man, that's rough, not gonna lie. I'd be praying too. All right.
Head stuck in a cycle, I look off and I stare.
Truer words have never been spoken. Head stuck in a cycle, I look off and I stare. I love that because this is a much more specific picture she's giving us. It's much easier to imagine what she's talking about. Head stuck in a cycle. So again, it's like that. It's that vertigo shtick. I'm telling you, this is that guy. All right. Her head is stuck in that vertigo-like cycle, and she just looks off and she stares. You know when you're just deep in thought and you're like, you can't figure something out, so you're just staring into space? That's what that makes me think of. Her head is stuck in this back and forth. I've got a million reasons to leave, but I don't want to. But should I? Should I not? Haven't we all been there? I mean, come on.
Stuck in a cycle, I look off and I stare. It's like that I've stopped breathing, but completely aware.
It's like that I've stopped breathing, but completely aware. So again, she's sort of lost in this trance. Everything is still, her head is stuck in a cycle. She's staring off into space. It's like she's holding her breath. She's stopped breathing, but she's still completely aware. So she's not fully out of it, but she's just really stuck in this cycle of thought. And then you see why, because she says, cause you're giving me a million reasons. It's like I've stopped breathing, but completely aware cause you've done this. So that's where you can see kind of the connection between ideas.
Giving me a million reasons, give me a million reasons, giving me a million reasons, about a million reasons. And if you say something that you might even mean, it's hard to even fathom which parts I should believe. Cause you're giving me a million reasons, give me a million reasons, giving me a million.
Okay, let's unpack that. Okay, man, this person's a piece of work. I am getting upset now. Don't treat her that way. All right. If you say something that you might even mean, oh my gosh. I love it when writers do this. They're saying something, but in a less direct way. She's not saying you never say anything that you never mean anything that you say. She's saying if you say something that you might even mean. It's kind of passive aggressive maybe, but it's getting at this person doesn't ever say anything that he means. So what does that mean? He lies. And it's hard to even fathom which parts I should believe. So she doesn't trust him anymore. He's not trustworthy. First of all, that's on him. Second of all, she just wants him to be trustworthy. Gosh darn it, she just loves him so much. terrible. It's not good. Not good.
I've got 100 million reasons to want.
That's a lot of reasons, girlfriend.
But baby, I just need one good one to stay. Oh, baby, I'm bleeding.
So she's bleeding. Now it's getting less cerebral in her head, and now it's more physical. I've got a million reasons to walk away. I'm going through them all in my head. Now it's like, I'm bleeding. This is physically hurting me. This is cutting deeper.
Can't you give me what I'm needing?
Can't you give me what I'm needing? Like, she's just pleading. She's pleading with him to give her what she's needing. She's desperate. She's bowing down to pray. She's begging him, like, can't you just give me one reason? That's all I need. I have 100 million to tell me that I should walk away. Just one would keep me there. This girl be desperate to hold on to this. Okay.
And every heartbreak makes it hard to keep the faith.
Okay, I feel like that's the reason. That's the reason why she's looking for this one reason. Every heartbreak makes it hard to keep the faith. So the way I see that, she could either be saying every heartbreak that happens within this relationship makes it hard for me to think that it's gonna work out. I'm gonna get what I need. You're gonna say something you actually mean for once. Or what it makes me think of is every heartbreak that she's gone through before this person. Like, if this is just gonna be another heartbreak, another relationship that ends, she's gonna lose her faith in love and if it's even possible for her. So that line, I feel like, really gives us the meat of this story and shows us why she's so desperate. This is an important thing you can think about when you're building characters. It's so helpful to know why a character is doing what they're doing. It's difficult to give hints, and you don't want to just blab to your reader about everything they ever need to know about your character. But I think knowing the motivation behind a character's decisions and choices, especially in a situation like this where we're all looking at that going, girl, walk away, hit the road, Jack. You know what I'm saying? If you don't ever give your reader or your listener a glimpse into why your character is doing that, they're gonna get bored and say, nobody would do this. I don't understand. This is ridiculous. I can't empathize with that person. When you know her reasoning, like, every heartbreak makes it hard to keep the faith. Like, this is my last piece of hope that I'm clinging to for love, then it's much easier to empathize with her, and it makes the character much deeper and richer. So just something to keep in mind if you're creating characters.
Baby, I just need one good one, good one, good one, good one, good one.
Get it, girl.
Good one, when I bow down to pray.
All right, and then she just keeps going. So we looked at a song from 2009 and a song from 2016. I am convinced that they're about the same person. Tell me what you think below. That was enlightening and also distressing. And I feel for Lady Gaga, and I kind of just want to give her a hug, That's rough. But anyway, if you liked this video, it really helps my channel if you can like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if there's a song you'd like me to react to, and I will see you next time. Take care.